of on industrial AI in India, which is by Mahesh CV. He's the co-founder and chief AI officer at Orbit Shifters. He has been in analytics space over a decade and has been the evolution of big data and data science. He's one of the very few futuristic thinkers in this space and has helped many organizations in defining the vision for their product monetization programs. Prior to founding Orbit Shifters, he worked with Dalmia Bharat Group, IBM, Computer Science Corporation, Mindtree, and Rolta Organizations Analytics and Big Data Space. His credentials include Mentor of Change at Atal Innovation Mission, a Niti Aayog initiative. Mahesh is also a recipient of Best COO by EvolveX at IIT Hyderabad. He has featured in SAP TV and featured in several AI interviews in Inadu Television. Trained more than 15,000 plus resources in SAP Analytics, Big Data, and AI. National thought leader in Confederation of India Micro, Small, and Medium Enterprises. Orbit Shifters itself has shortlisted as most promising top 20 AI startups in India by Flow Review India. Mahesh is going to be talking about industrial AI in India. Mahesh, all yours.
Thanks, Narendra. Okay, so welcome back again for ISA Tech Talks. Give me a second. Why slides are not moving? So software is eating the world and AI is eating software, goes the common saying. AI disrupting the automobile marketplace by powering driverless autonomous cars. Artificial intelligence is disrupting the healthcare marketplace whereby software detects cancer anomalies better than radiologists. Artificial intelligence is disrupting the education marketplace where based on student behavior, it predicts what is the next best personalized course to be given. Three different industries which touch every human being's daily life completely transformed by artificial intelligence. With that, having that context in the mind, so I want quickly in the next 45 minutes, I want to cover three things. So little touch base, a few insights on industrial artificial intelligence, demystifying AI-powered business examples, and then we'll be ending up with how are the industrial companies doing to pivot their path. So when we talk about in general automation, it's always we talk about 1.0, 2.0, 3.0, 4.0, right? So if you look at the 18th century, where there was no electricity and it's all steam-based machines. So that means technically from hand tools to first machines. And when it comes to the 2.0, the electrical energy-based mass production, where we got electricity here from mechanical machines to electricity. And third, the third industrial revolution, computers and internet-based knowledge played a key role here. So technically, from analog electronic technology to digital. And fourth revolution, which we are talking widely now, essentially the digital technologies are playing a key role. Whether you talk about artificial intelligence, big data, IoT, cloud, cybersecurity, all emerging technologies altogether. That means basically from digital data to augmented intelligence. So in the industrial AI, especially in India, if you look at in the automation space, so these are the few key players. Internationally, we got Siemens, ABB, GE, Honeywell, Mitsubishi, Rockwell, B&R, Industrial Automation, IFM. In national level, at India level, we got Enpro, L&T, Titan Automation, SMEC, Voltas, it's automation. So whenever we talk automation, even the robotics play a key role. So in India, especially, if you look at the market is emerging like anything. Here are the few key players: Gray Orange, Sasa Robotics, Gridboards, Engine Robotics, Inventor Robotics, and few. Apart from that, whenever we talk about automation, even autonomous vehicles also play a key role. And in India, these are the few key players where Netradyne, Athi Motors, Planes, and Aro, and even Flex Auto, which is heavily into commercial trucks. So Indian industrial automation market is expected to reach 4.43 billion by 2023 and expected to grow at a CAGR of 11.6% during between 2017 to 2023. Now let's quickly try to understand the types of artificial intelligence. In general, broadly categorized into three. One is artificial narrow intelligence, which means specific to one task. Now let's say you are riding a bicycle, you are riding a car, you are playing a chess, in which AI is pretty matured here. So right now we are here, what we call is AGI, artificial general intelligence. When AI is able to perform how a human can think, how a human can do a lot of things. So that's where the human level of AI. So right now, all the research and everything is here. When we talk about AI side, this is what the future is: artificial super intelligence. So it would be smarter than the humans in all the perspectives. The best example would be, I'm sure everyone watched the Robo movie of Rajnikant, the Chitti, the robot, the kind of task what he do, it's more than human activities, right? So that's where the future is, but still it will take a lot of time. So technically, if you look at, AI works on four basic ways: automated intelligence, assisted intelligence, augmented intelligence, autonomous intelligence. If you look here, the first two where you need human in the loop, but remaining two, augmented intelligence and autonomous intelligence, there won't be any human here. So three dimensions of disruption. The world, what we live is called VUCA. We as a volatile, you as a uncertainty, C as a complex, A as an ambiguous. So 10 years back, if you look at the world was so non-volatile. At this point, we are not able to predict anything, whether it's a technology, whether it's a politics, whether it's a sports. Disruption is everywhere. So if you are trying to understand the three dimensions of disruption, one is emerging technologies, might be artificial intelligence, robotics, AR, VR, Internet of Things, 3D printing. The other hand side, business model enablers, maybe the computational power, the APIs, or open source, or cloud services. The other side, the third dimension, exponential adoption curves. Now with that, I want to quickly give you some AI-powered business examples, how people are using artificial intelligence from the industrial context. So Bravo, the India's first industrial robot. So sometime back, it is developed by TTL. Again, it's from Tata Group. Bravo was born in 2014 and designed to complement human labor to perform high volume tasks with speed and efficiency. It can lift payloads from 2 kilos to 50 kilos. Bravo was designed in-house and was made complement with European safety, health and environmental standards. So basically this Bravo is used for machine tending, version inspection, sand core drilling, welding application, pick and place, etc. The second example, we always know that whenever we want to do some shopping in online especially, let's take Amazon as the good example, which we used to always enter into the website and pick all the products, add to the cart, finally check out. Once you do the payment, after some time, you will receive a parcel. But here, as if you look at, usually it's called shop then ship. Now Amazon has collected huge data about a consumer where guys, I want you to mute yourself, please. There's a lot of disturbance again. Please mute yourself. Thank you. So as I'm saying, Amazon has collected huge amount of data about a consumer where it can understand the buying behavior of a consumer. So all of a sudden, without your knowledge, a parcel will come and just pick what are the products you want, remaining leave it, it's reverse logistics. That's what they call ship then shop. So traditionally it is shop then ship, now it's called ship then shop. So Amazon, it's applied this patent around 2014. It's called anticipatory shipping model. Then we have the other example, which from Siemens, which is MindSphere. Basically, it's an industrial IoT platform. It's a cloud-based operating system that enables machines and equipment inside a plant to collect the data. It helps manufacturers monitor the condition of their industrial assets using artificial intelligence. Sensor gather data from various machines and upload them into the company's database in the cloud. The data is then run through MindSphere algorithm to inform the analytics on a dashboard. Let's say, for example, production in a battery factory running on the MindSphere platform might be set to produce approximately 1 lakh batteries a day, but sensor data might inform analytics that shows that production has dipped in the past 2 days. The information is presented in the form of visual charts and a facility the facility maintenance manager computer screen. MindSphere may further show which specific machine is underperforming. Like that, it can be also run diagnoses on the underperforming machines. Siemens reports that MindSphere can be used in a variety of industries like aerospace, automotive, energy, oil and gas, etc. And this example is from our backyard Bengaluru. His name is Saad Nasser, who is co-founder of Ati Motors. So Ati Motors, they're trying to build autonomous electric cargo vehicle for especially in the food beverages and marketplace. So if you look at this startup, it is running from Malleshwaram. So basically Malleshwaram is famous for markets, flower market, vegetable market. So just imagine in the market every day, people used to buy the groceries and with a huge luggage, they want to go back to their shops or homes in two-wheeler. So that's where they're trying to solve that local problem, and where you can have an autonomous electric cargo vehicle, you dump all the load here and just type the location so that it is going to deliver. So this is the India's first industrial cobot. So a cobot is a robot intended to physically interact with humans, is a shared workplace designed to operate autonomously with limited guidance. So Alsted, they introduced varieties of two variants, UR-E series, UR series. Alsted, it is a Chennai-based company, offers robotic and end-to-end the line automation solutions to discrete manufacturing industries. This can be used for all the different industry verticals, especially in a more automobile and electronics, FMCG correction, and food and beverages industries. So apart from that, cobots, even they have the industrial robots for machine tending, pick and place, screw driving, gluing, packaging, and even polishing. So Mitri, a robot receptionist. This is the counterpart of, I'm sure everybody know about Mitra, right? So this is the counterpart of Mitra, which is known as Mitri, a robot receptionist. Especially in Bangalore, a co-working space called Casino Business Park and Bangaluru's Outer Ring Road. This is already deployed. So she also being prepared to take over some janitorial work and vacuum floors and fit through the building at the night as a security guard as well. And this is extreme in the healthcare industry. If you look at it, when Arvind Eye Hospital wants to solve the blindness at a global level, so they came to know that around 25 million people with some technical corrections, with some surgeries where they can bring back their eyes. And they got some inspiration from a Xerox machine and STD machines, the way how it operates without having much training or with some any technical guidance. So that's where they developed a hardware and which is AI powered algorithm which detects. And let me tell you, artificial intelligence can detect more than 50 diseases per eye. So now if you look at Arvind Eye Hospital is the largest clinic in India where they used to conduct more than 30 lakhs of eye cataract operations in India and an average per annum. And Kia Motors. So Kia Motors, it's a place called Anantapur where the plant is equipped with 450 robots which can help you to automate the press, body and painting shops as well the assembly line. Even they have a Kian as the chatbot. So once you get into the website, so it's everything is autonomous where you just type the question and instantly you will get a response. Exclusive for Kia. And Futura, this is again the example from our backyard Bengaluru. Futura is known for oil and gas and heavy equipment and manufacturing industries. They developed their own AI-powered platform called Cerebra, which is for industrial IoT. So powering use cases across assets and process heavy industries, Cerebra has the advanced capabilities to integrate physics, heuristics, and machine learning based model to generate actionable business insights for few industries, especially. And Tango Imaging. So this example is again from our backyard Bengaluru. So where this Tango Imaging is to give eyes for the US Army. If you see here, this equipment is developed by Tango Imaging and which is the at a global level the most advanced tactical imaging system in the world. So even this solution is part of Rafale Advanced Defense System. So Netra Eye, which is a fleet safety solution. Sorry, Netradyne. Netradyne provides cutting-edge technologies in using artificial intelligence, machine learning, and edge computing to help reduce accidents by creating a new safe driving standard for commercial vehicles. By capturing and analyzing every second of driver time, vision-based safety solution provides unmatched visibility to fleet performance. And almost a 1.5 year back, Yashoda Hospitals introduced the robotic surgery in India. It's called the Da Vinci surgical system. And after that, now we got a lot of hospitals introduced this robotic surgeries. I'm not sure how many people know about Amazon Go. So as once you do the shopping, there is no need to stand in the line for checkout or for billing payment or all that. So pick all the products and just walk away. So the same kind of a model, they replicated the same model, and this is not from either our Bangalore or Mumbai or Delhi. This autonomous shop, the retail store, is from Kochi, and which is to be the world's second autonomous retail store. It's called Vatas Sale. Vatas Sale, VATASALE. And Grey Orange, the Indian nano robotic startup, they are competing with the large big industries. So they have their own dedicated AI flagship fulfill operating system, which is called Grey Matter. The Grey, I'm sorry, yeah, Grey Matter is basically a AI operating system which is used more for the order fulfillment, and even they introduced the robotic series, which they call intelligent fulfillment robots. So it got a huge integration between them both based on the orders and logistics. They used to predict which is available, which is not. Accordingly, together, the huge integration with the data, they are going to predict and do everything for the logistics space, especially. This example is from Hyderabad. So I'm sure everybody know about the instant coffee, right? So this idea is replicated from the instant coffee machine. You just imagine with the machine, you just order here, and once you scan your QR, from here you are going to get a plate of idli with a delicious chutney and sambar. It's all the machine is automated. It's called idli machine, idli winding machine. And Brilliant Factory, this is from General Motors. So a suite of hardware assets, software and consultation services for upgrading factories to industrial Internet of Things. G claims this can help manufacturers enhance the performance of their factories using predictive analytics. And this is JK Ties. They are heavily betting on industrial Internet of Things for migrating its existing manufacturing plants, which are 9 in India, and producing 30 million tires per annum into connected and smart plants. As part of the digital transformation, JK Tire has already started investing its Chennai plant and planning to have fully automated digitally enabled plants by this year end probably. This is the first smart tire technology which monitors real-time tire pressure and temperature of a vehicle. And ChemTech, so which is an AI-based product for manufacturing plant automation. You just imagine without humans, few certain things can be automated. That is what ChemTech is trying to do. And Handle, the robot for warehouse work, especially. And this is from Boston Dynamics. So Boston Dynamics have a huge variety of robots. So here, if you, this is the basically ecosystem of the autonomous driving. If you look at here, 90% all are from technology background. Hardly a few are only less than 10%, where in the past they have some automotive background. Might be a Hyundai, Honda, Audi, Toyota, only labels. If you see here, they have only the automotive background, and remaining all 90%, if you look at, all are from technology. They don't have a past autonomous background or any automotive background. So what are the examples we shared in the past in a few minutes back? What are the examples? Are the 20 plus examples? So if you look at heavily, somehow they are using exponential technologies with AI. Might be AI plus industrial IoT, AI plus cybersecurity, AI plus robotics, AI plus augmented reality and virtual reality, AI plus drones, AI plus 3D printing, AI plus blockchain. So new business models will be defined at the intersection of AI with other emerging tech. This is what AI plus any emerging tech is a force multiplier. So in general, if you try to understand the sensing part, not sensing part, actually, the basic programming, the algorithm is AI, and remaining all exponential technologies will become infrastructure or a platform. So according to the International Federation of Robotics, India ranks third in the world in implementing industrial robotics for its core business processes. So let's quickly see a few key AI trends. In general, if you try to understand the world's fusioning in autonomous operations world, two things: engineering world. So specifically, you talk about whether it's oil and gas, manufacturing, discrete, any industry comes this side, the engineering world. The other side of the story, where you have a AI world, where you got conventional AI, consumer AI, security AI. Here, this side, if you see engineering world, where the industrial AI comes into the picture. So technically, if you are trying to understand related to the industrial AI space, there are four different types of startups: robotic startups, autonomous vehicle startups, sensor AI startups, space intelligence startups. Now let's quickly try to understand the phases of implementation of industrial AI. So broadly, it would be a five phases. So phase one, business needs and use cases. The first step would be a business assessment to make sure that any target AI project will eventually lead to significant business impact. And one of the quick question here you need to answer: what is the problem we are trying to solve? The second, this is very important phase in any AI project. So data pre-processing. In the reality, if you take all AI projects, the 80% of work is pre-processing and remaining 20% is actual development. The next business would be need to understand data source access and manipulations that may need to in order to train and configure the AI platform. This may also involve reconstructing the way data is collected in order to enhance the AI platform. And third, AI creation and optimization. This is where the actual creation of the and the optimization of an AI solution. The fourth, AI provision and SME validation. The training and conclusions from AI need to be properly explained and understood. The operational AI agent is put to work and final tweaks are made to improve accuracy to desired levels. And five, the AI business results. So the delivery and measurement of tangible business results from AI solutions. In almost all sectors, we cover data pre-processing is the very key task, part of an AI application process. And it seems evident that the industrial sector, the challenges is in the step could be significant. So quickly, I want to tell you the three top high impact use cases in industrial sector, which widely used nowadays. One is predictive maintenance, visual inspection, and predictive quality. So what is it when you say predictive maintenance? Now let's say I have a few missions based on my past data where I can create a model and I can predict so when my systems are going to break down. That's where the predict and forecast the condition of a machine to plan maintenance ahead of time. See here, based on this is the actuals and this is the predict. So based on your as much as you have a good data, your results will be accurate. And visual inspection. So usually when we look at a manually, sometimes there is a chance where we are able to miss that. But here, when the computer vision, which is another one technique of artificial intelligence, you're not going to miss even a single thing. That's where we are going to automate the widely all the visual inspection activities. See that. And predictive quality. So estimating the output quality of the manufacturing process from start to finish, which is an end-to-end predictive quality. So you are able to predict the quality of all the components. So as much as if you look at the majority of the economy of IoT are driven by sensors. So once you have the sensor which is attached to your system, once you collect the data and after that you can do whatever with AI. So the data-driven trends from yesterday to today to tomorrow. So factories with monolithic apps, the connected factories with connected apps, and smart factories with the data-driven apps. So especially I want to focus more here. robots based fully automated assembly. That's what we spoke few examples there. Automated supply ordering based depletion monitoring, the predictive maintenance and proactive health monitoring. So this is where, so this is already passed. We are here now, and few industries already implemented this. Now let's move to the final topic of the session. How are the industrial companies going to pivot their path? So basically, these are the few business models which what we call innovation center of excellence labs. So the customer's point of view, where we need to understand the multiple use cases, the business problems which we need to solve. This is the where one space where you can play around with the exponentially the problems which to be solved for the industrial sector. And engineering AI products. This is where the industrial AI specifically more focus on. So where you want to develop a solution for very specific for the industry, for manufacturing, oil and gas, retail, energy, example. So now let's say sometimes where you have your product already, where you want to add some intelligence for your existing your product. It is more re-engineering kind of activities sometimes. In the third model, what we call is new business models. So as measured of the models we look at, so first 15 days or 30, they will start with free, and after that they used to ask subscribe. So that's where from freemium to premium. And new offerings and markets, as I told in the earlier, as the world what we live is called VUCA, you need to do the rapid prototyping. Might be you are able to build a prototype in a 30 days, 60 days, 90 days with one feature. So that's where the rapid prototyping comes into the picture. That means technically innovation as a service. Now let's say some industry want to embark in AI, which they want to see some business outcomes in less than 30 days, less than 60 days. And sometimes where you can co-create with the products. Now let's say you don't have much domain expertise, where the one industry is there specific for manufacturing. So you can co-create with the product. And last is mergers and acquisition. So when they're trying to solve a good problem or they have some good platform or a product, so very often at the prototype stage itself, people used to acquire the companies, right? So to conclude quickly, these are the 6 business models, how the industrial companies are pivoting their new path. And any company, if they are not using 1 or 2 out of the 6, it would be a threat for the business. In the next 2 to 3 years, the business will be out of market. They'll be completely out of the game. So parting that, the illiterate of the 21st century will not be those who cannot read and write, but those who cannot learn, unlearn, and relearn. By Alvin Toffler. I'm happy to take any questions. Guys, you can unmute yourself and you can ask a question, or you can type your question here.
Yeah, AI seems to have gone into the condition monitoring sphere, uh, but I believe a lot of learning will be required of this. Do we have the professionals to create the learning for the systems?
Well, that's what basically when we collect the data in the pre-processing phase itself, after that, while building the model, it's basically a machine learning model, or at the end of the day, we are going to write the model, right? Yes, as you said, we don't have that much skill manpower across the globe. And some of the facts says we have hardly 4% of AI professionals in India. So in general, the technique is called in deep learning, there is something called CNN, convolutional neural networks, RNN, recurrent neural networks, LSTM, long-term short-term memory. So these are the models which we use, and taking that data, first we'll do pre-processing, and then slowly we'll build the model, we'll train the systems.